Hi there guys, welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next video I'm going to give you a look at another one of the figures from the Elite Series Premium line, and that is this one here. That is Darth Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith. But before we take a look at him, we should take a look at the packaging that this one comes in. As you can see, it's the same as the Elite Series line, except it's more like the original line of Elite Series figures with the red deco instead of the blue one that most of the Rogue One figures have. So sort of identifying it from Rogue One. And on the back there you have the accessories along with the details of the figure that are included on there. I'll just read you the bio. It says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord and led the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order. He remained in service of the Emperor, the evil Darth Sidious, for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling Rebel Alliance. But there was still good in him. Of course there was if you've seen the film. Well, who wouldn't have seen the film right here? You'll know exactly what it means by that. So, yeah, looking at this figure, there's a lot of good about it, and there is a bit of bad about it as well. But before we do that, we'll look down at the full detail of the good bits first. So first off, the mask. Not Hasbro. Whoever manufactures this Disney Store stuff, they've actually done a good job on this. Of course, it's slightly reminiscent to that of his Episode 4, 5 and 6 variant of his mask, while the rest of the figure tries to maintain an Episode 4 look, because this kind of looks like his version from Battlefront. It looks more closer to that rather than the way. That's my opinion on it, but I like the look of that because it looks a bit different to the Episode 4. But the rest of the way down you can just tell it's an Episode 4 figure and Rogue One, mainly because of these parts here, because they go over the armour, because in the rest of the time they are under the armour. And then further down the figure you have the belt detail right there, and the breath box, which is of course strapped on like there is in the film. There's little straps for it right there across the rest of the body, which you can straighten out like that. And then further down you have the legs, along with the Kama. And of course you've got his detail across the side. Of course you have Vader's trademark lightsaber. You actually get two of the lightsaber. You get the lit version, which is seen here on the figure. You also get an unlit version, which is right here. And the thing about this is there's a big ring on the side of it there, a little hook ring. And what you can do is, because Vader has a hook on his belt right there, as you can see on the camera, and you can actually hook the hilt right onto the figure like that. So it's a good addition that for the figure. You can hold it on well. And of course the rest of him is cape, but that's all soft goods. It's made of some nice looking fabric. However, there's one little bit that they kind of missed out, because in the Episode 4 figure, his cape sort of comes almost all the way around his arms. Like you can see it on the Black Series variant, the new Black Series variant, that is the one with the Legacy Pack stand. You can see it with the you sort of bring the cape almost around, so like you're kind of hiding the fact that this part covers his armour when he's not using it. But they don't seem to have gone so much into detail on that. And the other thing they've done is the inclusion of the chain across the connection, which isn't the version of his Episode 4 cape, but I can't really fix that on myself. So the things like it's separate from the no, it's not actually. It's all attached to the inner robe thing, so I can't really get rid of it. I kind of have to keep it on because I kind of use that to hang the character, but I really wish they'd paid a little bit more attention to that and made it look more like his Episode 4 variant, not a cross between the other two. Another thing I bring in is because underneath the armour, like here across the leather bits, they've decided to use like actual fabric leather. Like, I know this is a trend from the Elite Series premium figures, and it works for some characters like the Death Trooper, Director Krennic, but for Darth Vader it really doesn't work because of all the you've got these bits that are obstructing him, kind of obstructing his the movement of these. So you can only bend the arms to a certain position. Yeah, just take the lightsaber off. There's only a certain position you can bend the arms into, because, like I said, the articulation is just as normal. The ball jointed head, ball hinged shoulders, swivel bicep. You see there I'm struggling to turn them right there without kind of twist the fabric right there. You can't really move it. And you've got the double joints at the arms, ball hinged wrists, ball jointed torso, which again is hidden by the the leather. See, it was fine. I find it fine for this bit here. Like the body is fine with the leather bit because it's all covered up, but the rest of it just doesn't work. Like the full hinged hips as well. Like, I mean, the lower half's okay, but the rest of it's not really. Ball hinged knee, double joints at the knees, should I say, and ball hinged ankles, and the weird hingy bit, which is there. Which is another thing I complain about the inside leather, is because of that you can't really kneel him down in the position. Maybe when I'm in that talking to the Emperor position that he's usually in. Whether you see him when he's talking to the Emperor, when he greets him on the Death Star too. You can't really do that too well, but after a quick bit of trying to move around, I eventually managed to get him into the sort of hands on his belt position that he's more known as for standing in. Like that, because I usually have him on the shelf like that anyway. I don't really have him with a lightsaber out on the shelf, because like every other Vader up on the shelf has the lightsaber. I think it'd be good to have one that doesn't. So I figured I would just do that with him. He looks just a bit better. And of course, like all of the Elite Series premium figures, he does contain an extra set of hands. So I'll just get one of them out because they're both the same. You get the extra hand, which is sculpted out in this kind of position, like his Force choke, or the "Come with me, and together we can rule the galaxy" as father and son look. And you also get spare glove gauntlets, which seem a little bit unnecessary for the figure, but then again, you know, you got the spare ones in case you do rip these ones off. But in case you rip the ones that are already on the figure off by accident, you've got the spare ones to cover for them. But yeah, I'll not show you the other one because they're both the same. You don't need to see them both. So yeah, so I'll just pop the lightsaber back in position for him. I'd really wanted to pose him in that position from the end of Rogue One, where he is standing at the edge of the hangar on Admiral Radiss's ship after the Tantive 4 has escaped, and he's sort of standing there with his lightsaber, because usually he's sort of standing with it like that, then he puts it in. But I didn't manage to get it to the exact same position that he has, so I settled better with the hands on belt position. So as I say, if you do have this figure, I do plan on getting it. Just, you know, take care with the trying to pose him, or even if you're playing with him, just like if someone who collects them to play with, do be careful, because if you're not careful, the leather, most likely around the arms, could tear if you're doing that, and you won't enjoy that at all. But yeah, but apart from that, it's a good figure worthy of having in the collection. Do enjoy looking at him. Unfortunately, he is sold out of the Disney Store online, but there are chances you should be able to pick him up inside just brick and mortar Disney stores. It should still be on the shelves in most of them, so do go and check those out. But I'll leave a link to this one so you can have a look at it and see what I'm talking about. But yes, but and that's it for this review. So do give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Do subscribe for more figure review content, and be sure to follow me on my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. All links are down there in the description. I'll see you next time, guys.